It seems like I'm not rubber banding. Which is good. Oh, great. Yep, so we're doing the only quest in the game, basically. The only purpose that the exiles have when they're entering the exiles' land is to find a way out. Oh wow, and all of a sudden I'm rubber banding. It wasn't there before. I think I should have all the items for the quest, for the exiles land, removing the bracelet for good. So let's see, I'll definitely need one of those. And one of these, I think. Star of the Champion, definitely. I'll take the awakened version as well. I'm not sure which one of these is needed. Mask of the Witch Queen. Diadem of the Giant Kings. Tears of Two Races. Huh. Oh! Yeah, that rubber banding might get in the way, but we've already decided to do the quest today, and I'll take some time and allow Funcom to finally finish the basic stuff in the game. Missing recipes and like fixing the most important bugs, like health regen bug, that's pretty much making all the PvP fights invalid. And the 20 agility bug that makes every base raidable. These are two very important bugs that are very easy to fix. Wouldn't take an hour for anyone who knows what he's doing. For health regen buff, you can just remove it. I mean, you won't cry if the dancers would not regen your health when you're close to them, right? I mean, nobody used that. And this half falling damage, well, aside for using it to exploit, you don't really use that one, really, do you? And obviously the missing recipes that makes us limited to pretty much two PvP builds. One of them is in the fiery ammo when you go in high on strength, and then the heavy Silent Legion ammo build with the mixed stats. The only third viable option is the support build with 50 encumbrance with the encumbrance ammo. So that's not a big choice really. I mean, when's the last time you've seen someone in something else than Dafari or Silent Legion ammo? It is annoying. Whoa, 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 whoa. I think I'm missing these ingredients. Oh, there's one. The Scottstone pieces. I'm not sure where I left them. Well, the question is, am I missing something? Must have misplaced it somewhere. Oh, come on, it's missing. I'm gonna turn the chat off because I can actually understand a bit of that. There we go. Gonna have one more search through here for the stone pieces. Oh, there they are. So I wonder if I'm missing anything. Oh, we'll see. This rubber banding is also very weird in this game, because even when I had a heavy rubber banding I checked in other titles when that was happening, and every other game was working fine. Oh, also, yeah, that's the trick. When you have like a few of these and you want to, you know, like put them all to maximum stack and maximum timer, just make sure you have additional one and then shift and click it. It will distribute everything and all the timers will be at maximum. Look. See, in the fridge they got 10 hours maximum. And they've all, except for that apparently, been replaced. I'll have to go and I will go and remove the vaults first, as I was requested. So Unfortunately, the attack is off. What happened there? I already caught. No. What is happening? I wasn't even touching the movement keys now. And also let's double check that the health regen bug is still there. So how you do the health regen bug? You move away from your dancers, then you move back and get your entertained stacks back up. And then you move out for them until they disappear. And then you move back and build them up again. Build them up again, and as you can see, my health is now regenerating faster. If these would be like higher level trolls, like maybe the legendary ones, and then move the stacks, and you can already see that the health regen is already quite significant. You can just keep on repeating that, especially if you have the legendary thralls. So they're already trying to cut me off of this locations. But apparently calling admin to make me destroy them is easier. Yeah, a trap there would be in the range of pretty much anything. It is a shame. I would wanted to show you guys a few neat tricks on trebuchet usage, but apparently it is not meant to be. Because I would assume that that would end up in a trebuchet versus trebuchet war, as you know, if I would make the anti-climbing on the mesas here, they wouldn't be able to reach it viably, especially with me there being able to rebuild it and stuff. So they'll have to like use a trebuchet to shoot at my trebuchet. That could have been a nice content, but not meant to be apparently. There you go. So the vaults are removed now, as I was told it's not okay and it's considered griefing and harassment. I mean, I thought that's PvP server and raiding is. Raiding was part of it, and if raiding is griefing and harassment, then I didn't want it to join a PvE server. PvE conflict server. How does that work then? I haven't had time to read much into that. Is it like you can't destroy bases but you can fight each other? So now people were making servers like this. It was also always difficult to find them, whether they are on PvE or the PvP servers. Oh, right. So yeah, so over here is the raiding times are limited, but the PvP is on all the time. It's quite a shame that no new titles have no, or at least interesting titles have came out recently for the PC. Or at least maybe I don't know of anything interesting new coming out. Kinda wanted to play the Mountain Blade Warbands, but then again, since the banner load is already on horizon, I don't want to get like burned out on Mountain Blade and like, you know, keep the interest for the new one when it comes out. Because, well, Mountain Blade banner load comes out, I'm definitely going to play that. Same would be with the Fallout 76 that's coming out in the 4th quarter of this year, right? So I don't really want to play Fallout 4 either because of that. Then there's Witcher 3 that I've got DLCs for it for quite a while now, but I never gotten to play the DLC content on that. I finished The Witcher on the hardest difficulty before the DLCs came out, but well, you know, like, I think I did it about twice as well.
Just as me cutlass was growing rusty.
Morning, Lisa. How are you doing? Oh, I think I went the wrong way a bit. I'm okay. I just removed the 2 vaults that were supposed to be the basis for my raid, as I was told it's harassment and it's not okay. So there goes the raid, and if I'm unable to raid, then I'm gonna do the quest today. Some gathering the ingredients. I actually never done it, so I'm quite curious myself how it works. Apparently. Apparently so, unfortunately. Yep, there you see the ingredients for the quest. I'll go and do this part first. So let's recap these scorchstone pieces. Actually, I'll hide so that I don't get attacked by gorillas when I explain it. You get one of them from the captain over here. Then you get another one in the hidden passage in the Locust Queen over there, here in the passage. And then there was another one. There is a cave somewhere around here with a giant crocodile that looks like a wood boss crocodile, but it's got significantly less HP, and that will give you the third piece of the scorchstone. And then we will be taking these to the Sunswept ruins. Oh, almost fell down there. I'll see about the new update when it comes out, and hopefully they will fix the main issues with the missing armor recipes, missing spawns and all that. The health regen bug and then the 20 agility bug. If not, then I will think about making a mod that fixes that for them. Even though I really think that if I would be, I really thought that if I was making a mod, it would be to change stuff in a different vision and not just to fix issues that should have been fixed on the first days after release. No, it wasn't even listed in the fixes. Neither of them. Yeah, you got that right. I mean, a lot of things behaving weirdly. This is why you don't do 500 bug fixes at once. You put them one after another, so that you can pinpoint to the ones that cause the most problems, and then work on those, or to implement them or not, and not just put them in a large batch like this. I wonder how the Fallout 76 is going to come out, because, you know, Bethesda is quite a larger studio, and most of the Bethesda games are very good quality. I'm going the wrong way. So I'm actually hoping that the Fallout 76 is coming out very polished and with a very few bugs, since they're already using the engine that is there, the one that they used Fallout 4 for. Because, you know, even though that they never implemented multiplayer into games like Fallout 4 or Skyrim, there were mods introducing multiplayer for Skyrim, for example. So that was definitely possible. And, you know, nowadays a single player, yeah, single player games are cool. but they don't last very long because you can finish them once and then that's about it, right? And even if they don't have like a PvP, but if the game is co-op, that puts it at a completely different spectrum, because co-op games are actually very fun. I mean, for the game to be interesting, you don't have to put players against one another. If you put them fighting for the same goal, one next to another, that will achieve more or less the same result. I might do some sort of review recaps of all the games I really enjoyed playing over the course of my gaming history before I find a viable new title to play instead of this.
A mad fool went wandering in a sandstorm. Eventually a man happened along and said, "You mad fool, what are you doing in this sandstorm?" The mad fool replied, "Your turn to talk, fool."
So there it is, Heart of the Suns. Huh. This is actually very cool that they've implemented a quest like this into the game, so that, you know, you don't just go escape, exit and never come back. You actually pretty much fulfilling the destiny of your character to go back into the civilized world in Hyboria. So that's quite cool. Yeah, I forgot what was that. What was that stuff and that Daedra Prince called in Elder Scrolls? Jabberwock? No. Wabbajack. Yeah, there it is. The Wabbajack was the stuff. But I forgot what's the name of the Daedra Prince that created Wabbajack. But yeah, it's no wonder that you made a connection with the Mad Hatter, because of the Wabbajack, I think, because you know, from the Alice in the Wonderland there was the Jabberwock, right? And there's the Wabbajack. As the stuff in Elder Scrolls, so that's definitely a correlation in between them. Now I think I would have to sugar. Ah, yep, yep, sugar. Yeah, no wonder I couldn't remember that. Yeah, but this kind of mad Joker is a very popular character stereotype, right? Like the Shagarath, and then this guy in the desert, the Mad Hatter, the Joker from the DC universe. There is a lot of mad laughers. Yeah. I'll check on the item list needed for the quest. Yeah, I think I have everything. And supposedly you don't even need the staff, but I'm gonna take them with me anyway, just in case there'll be some fun dialogue. So the staff is like it's supposed to guide you to the quest, because it when you awaken it, it does make you go to the archivist, who in turn will tell you what ingredients do you need and where to find them. Yeah, I did talk to him already. He ends up his dialogue at thinking that you are at the archivist, right? Oh wow, it's definitely not bad. I mean, character is supposed to slide like this, right? Seems like it is. Whoa, whoa, whoa. So let's also recap all the items needed. So when you go to the Dreg's dungeon over here, when you kill the Dreg, you get the Staff of Triumvirate from him. Then you take this into the Tower of Bats, kill the albino bat in there, combine his blood and the staff on the altar there, and you'll get the awakened staff, which will tell you when talked to go to the archivist in the archives in the unnamed city, who will tell you to defeat a few enemies. One of them is in the Barrow King. He will give you the diadem of the Giant Kings. Another one will be the Celestial Palace of the Witch Queen. You will defeat the Witch Queen and get the Mask of the Witch Queen. Then there's the Tear of Two Races, which you get from defeating Tyros Deathbringer in the Black Keep. The Star of the Champion, that you get for defeating the Undead Dragon in the Sinkhole, entrance to which is in the arena here. And the last item will be the Shining Trapezohedron, which you get from killing the snake people priests. There's two of them in a dungeon in the Well of Skelos in the middle of the volcano. We're gonna make our way to the Chaos Mouth and really let us hope that nobody builds something around it so that we have access to it. Because I already see that someone built there already. I know you have to take it to House Mouth, but as I said before, I actually never done it. Oh, and I will have to do this as well. Right, I'll have to give the clan to someone else. And in this case it will be Rain, because the toxin showed up, but now that he knows that we actually won't be raiding, and he's gone back to playing Crossout again. Well, hopefully, right? Because that's quite a location. That's the location to finish the only quest in a game, right? Oh my, am I gonna go in the Blazes of Sandstorm as well? That would be interesting. I'm gonna let them hit me once or twice, just to make sure that the health regen bug is still on. Come on, is that all you can do? think that's faster than the passive region. Actually, the sandstorm should pass by in this location. It shouldn't hit us, right? Oh, what happened? The sandstorm's not here. Why did it let go? I think I'll have to climb up there, right? Don't think that there will be any altars down here. Let's climb up in this location. I think it has the most rest points. Also around this house mouth, it's actually one of the pretty decent locations for a base. And a very cool looking location for a base. Oh, what happened there? Yeah, it's not going to be very hard to climb up. It's much harder from the northern side. Yeah, seems like that's the place, right? Hey, the keystone. Wait, can I not take the... Alright. Let's have a better look at this in the description as well. A keystone that unlocks the bracelet. Huh. So I'm guessing that's some sort of item that you place the bracelet to it, and then it just clicks and unlocks. The purge meter's up as well. So let's leave plan as well. This might not allow me to use the keystone. And let's see the ending video. As a character got put in the exile lands for the crimes he did or may not have committed. This is the essential of what the character is trying to achieve in a game, because we are being surrounded by these green walls that will kill you instantly if you try to pass them, supposedly because of the bracelet. And the only way to remove the bracelet I'm doing the end because it's well, I already talked about it before, but today I found out that I'm not able to raid, as it will be considered griefing and harassment. So I'm leaving the server, and apparently I will leave the game as well until they fix the issues that have been troubling the game ever since launch. Missing armor recipes, health regen back, 20 agility back. Well, pretty much the easy stuff that I would be able to make myself with the dev kit. But I mean, I don't feel like I'm supposed to, right? These issues are easily fixable with the dev kit, so this should be like one of the first patches in the first few days after release. So I'm gonna like take some rest from the Conan Exiles and see. I'll come back for the content update and see if they actually fix the issues with missing recipes and such. And if they haven't, then I will unfortunately have to create a mod that fixes that myself. And because there's always issues with when you want to play with the mod, you actually have to ask an admin to, you know, put it in the server, and then everybody else has to download it. They already mentioned that it's going to be, or maybe it already is, much easier to play on a modded server. If that would be the case, then after creating a mod, obviously after the update, because I want to see if they actually will do it themselves or not. But if they won't, I will create the mod that fixes that. I will also make some other balance changes that I think are appropriate for the game. I won't touch any of the endgame content, but I will put all the lower tier items closer to the high tier, so that it's not like when you have stone weapons are actually different. Let's not talk about them, but like iron weapons, I don't think they should be like 4 times less damage than star metal weapons or so, right? Or legendary weapons. It shouldn't be like this. I think they should be closer together. They can have different durability and they can have different armor penetration, but damage should be on a similar level. You should have an advantage for having a higher tier equipment, but you shouldn't have a clear advantage. Like, you're not going to lose if you're like in high tier equipment versus someone with iron weapons. There's no way you're gonna lose that unless you just go AFK or something. So these will be the issues I'll be working on, and let's use the keystone now. And I've never seen the ending cutscene, so we'll see it. Yep, so the character can go through walls now without dying. What was that? Am I being followed by a Okay. So that was essentially recreate character, but with a style, right? I mean, yeah, that cutscene. I mean, I haven't seen it before because I don't like to spoil things like this for myself. But wow, that was some cutscene. I mean, I think the storytelling in it is a bit lacking, and the graphics could have used some improvement. The animation seemed alright, but there were a bits missing in that. But overall, what? Okay, that was very very weird. No Man's Conan, yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. So I'll in the next few days. I was thinking actually of, but not on a different server though. I was thinking of creating a character. If I find a server that has the ×1 settings on both harvest and XP, so that I don't get. Yeah, I definitely am disappointed, Lisa. It's like that they could at least say something, right? Like congratulations would be in order here, shouldn't it? I mean, finish the game, you escape the exile lands. Yay! Look, you can make a character again. Gee, thanks. So I will look around for the server that doesn't have increased harvesting and XP rate, because now that I've done that, I actually want to see how long will it take for a new character to go straight for that. I mean, some sort of I'll try speedrunning the game to see how long will it take me to finish the game with a fresh character on a server that doesn't have increased harvest and XP rates, or actually any rates. Ideally it will be all like ×1. Well, I think we would have to see. I mean, to recap, I would have to destroy the. I don't have to destroy the dregs. I don't have to go to Staff of Triumvirate and to the Archivist, cause I already know what to do. So I would have to, like, first off run toward the Witch Queen, defeat her. Then after the Witch Queen, probably go to either the sinkhole and attack the undead dragon, then the King's Scourge. I'm missing something here, aren't I? So that's the Witch Queen, that's the sinkhole, there's the King's Scourge. There's the King's Scourge, there's Tyros, but I don't think I'll have problems with Tyros. I already know how to defeat that. Well, most other things as well, apparently. Then there's the Volcano. Volcano will be a tricky one, because I don't think I will be able to get a good heat resistance equipment, so I will have to figure a way to kill one of them snake priests without dying to heat stroke. And I think that part's gonna be the most challenging, right after the undead dragon. And then finding the stones. I think I'll just do it on the way while I'll be doing the Witch Queen. So yeah, I think the most difficult part will be to figure out how to get into Volcano without dying to heat stroke. I don't need to go all the way to that priest that's sitting on a throne and spawning on all the snake people, because I can get that item from the one priest before that. He's guarded by quite a bunch of snake men, so I would have to somehow execute it so that I don't lose too much health to the heat. I'll also have to be like a minimum level 30 to have 30 vitality to be able to survive in a volcano in the first place, right? Yeah, the one by the forge have it as well, so I will be going for that one. But there are quite a few snake people to destroy on the way, and since I will be rather low level, I would have to, you know, not get hit by anything because I won't have an armor that will allow me to regenerate health. So I will be like in a tight spot with this. I'll have to think it through thoroughly. How to approach this somehow challenge, right? Oh, you mean the one by the forge? No, the one by the forge doesn't have it. But there's one snake priest when you go into the dungeon, and just before the forge you turn left, and there's quite a few, like there's about 10 snake people there, but they are very easy to kill. They are much weaker than the other counterparts, and there is a priest behind them with glowing eyes, and he does drop the item. So I will try with this. Yep. Alright then, I guess that's about it for today, cause I won't make the challenge today. I really have to like check the path and all. I'm also pretty tired after yesterday. You know, the wedding and all. And I'll see you guys tomorrow when I will actually be doing the challenge. And well, we'll see if I will be able to do it in a couple hours, or at least within a single stream. Hopefully that will be the case. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.